What is up, guys? BloodZelos, and welcome back to another episode of the Hobbit House Let's Build. This is episode 2, and today we're just going to get right back into the building. First, though, I want to say thank you so much for all the support on the first episode, the pilot. That was awesome, guys. A lot of times when you come back from a long break on YouTube, it's tough to get started again because you lose a lot of support, and you guys basically were like, nah, you know, you weren't gone at all. We're just gonna come right back and support you, and that was super cool. So please do leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Let's keep it going so this series continues to be fun. That being said, I really wanted to do a house tutorial for today, but then I realized I am in college and had homework, so I'm just gonna do this because it's a little bit easier, and hopefully it will be interesting. Though it is still going to be great. Let's get into some comments. We have some work to do, of course, because I messed up all this, but I want to read the comments that I picked here and see how those go first. So we have one by Fallon W, and he basically gave me an entire description of what a Hobbit house is. A Hobbit house has a central hallway with rooms branching off to the left and to the right, and at the end of the hall is the sitting room, and a room to the side of that is the kitchen. Has to be big because hobbits love food. On the other side of the sitting area is a dining room, again must be rather large. And yeah, so basically it's a description of what a Hobbit house is supposed to look like. It almost sounds like something that was taken maybe from like a Lord of the Rings guide. But anyways, we are going to try and follow that description for this video. That is going to be our plan anyways, or for this build. Fuzzan said, I was thinking to make the Hobbit house look amazing. Oh, he said it looks amazing, thank you. He said he was thinking that for the window I should put grass surrounded by trapdoors on the bottom. That'll probably end up happening here. But I think that also brings us here to Tyler Noble, who said try using an upside down stair to make a planter under the window. So that's not a bad idea. That's a pretty common thing I like to do. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up the wood color here and put a little bit of a planter outside before we get on to the real nasty building work. But he's talking about something like this, upside down stairs, and that gives us something that we can then plant around. And we'll see how we like that. We kind of gotta get it into the build a little bit more, get it a little bit more included. And the other thing here that I don't like is we have this window sticking out kind of awkwardly, so we want to kind of cover it in dirt. We definitely want it to be not how it is, because it needs to feel like it's coming out of the mountain. A little bit more than that. So we're just gonna extend that out, maybe have this coming down here a little bit, something like that. Like that. Maybe not that right there, but I do want to use trap doors. I think those would look good somewhere. And then a lot of times, someone else suggested, I'm not sure who it was. Someone though, actually multiple people said to put stairs under here. One of them was Jack Durston, said put stairs under there to give it a more circular effect. And we'll try that out. I just don't want it to be too bulky. I really don't want the window to all of a sudden be really bulky and then start to suck. So that's why I was hesitant on doing that, but if we have something like that, I kind of like that. I definitely think that could work. So let's go ahead then and put some bushes out here to keep covering around. Also, Kieran Phillips had a really nice description of the actual Hobbit house from Lord of the Rings, the series. I do want to make it clear though, I'm not trying to build that house, I'm just trying to build a Hobbit house that is, you know, follows the same themes, but I'm not trying to build the Hobbit house from the movies. That's not the goal here. So hopefully everyone understands that now, so don't get mad at me if it doesn't follow the book word for word, because it's not going to. It's not intended to. I like that. That looks kind of cool. Maybe if we had like one more stream, I call them streams of leaves coming out this way. A lot of people copied my you must feel the bush quote, or you have to feel the bush from last episode, and I saw that on Twitter a bunch, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, we're going to have something like that. We've got that window coming out. I like that. So I want to incorporate trapdoors into the rest of the build though as well, because I don't want that to be like just one random window that has trapdoors and then nothing else has them anywhere. But this is looking good. This is definitely really looking good. I don't want to do outside decoration yet, so let's go ahead and like kind of break out this inner area. We'll just put torches here and there for now, and we're gonna get a nice symmetrical room to start, and then we're going to work off of that. So that was our window all the way down there. Oh, let's go ahead and I gotta read that description again. A Hobbit house has a central hallway with rooms branching off. So let's say the central hallway is going to be three deep, and we're gonna make it three wide. We're gonna make it 3 high as well, so it's gonna be basically a circle. That's cool. That's the hope at least. So this is our central hallway for now, and maybe we'll probably make it bigger. As they said, the hobbits need to have lots of food because they're fat and hungry. But kind of like me, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, a central hallway with rooms branching off to the left and to the right. At the end of the hall is a sitting room area. So let's go ahead and... gotta put torches somewhere where I'm not going to keep breaking everything. Let's go ahead and get kind of a sitting room out here. I don't know how much further we have because I think this hill actually ends on the other side at some point. So I want to break it far enough back that we can make, you know, multiple rooms, but I don't want to break it so far back that we're gonna like run out the other side. So let's go back there, and then we'll widen it out here for a sitting room. And I'm gonna have to like Google image search the interior of the Hobbit house here at some point, like in a future episode, because I actually don't know what it's supposed to look like on the inside, and I want to make sure I keep it, you know, somewhat accurate at least. So we'll go ahead and just break this out, and for future times, once I'm not talking about the plan, once you guys kind of know the plan, I will do this sort of stuff off camera because I know it's a little bit boring to watch, but we got that going on. So we'll go ahead and break that out. So we're gonna have this kind of room here, and it's gonna need to be a little bit bigger. Something like that. I guess while I'm breaking this, since it's pretty menial, last time I mentioned kind of my OCD when it comes to building, and as I expected, someone flipped out and said, you know, you can't say you have OCD. OCD is a super serious disease or disorder. It's not something to joke about. And I wanted to just mention that really quickly because while yes, there are serious cases of OCD, OCD is not in itself necessarily serious. It has both ends of the spectrum. There is very, very simple OCD and there's very, very extreme OCD. There are some people who literally have to wash their hands until they bleed before they feel clean, and that's kind of serious. You know, that's the kind of thing where it's like, whoa, you probably should get help with that. That's not right. But there's other things like, for example, when I drink milk, when I drink anything, I wipe the lip of my glass because it really, really bugs my brain. I have a compulsion to wipe my glass because it really bugs me to have like liquid there that just touched my lips, and it sounds really dumb, but that's what OCD is. There's a lot of dumb little quirks that are completely irrational, but have to be done anyway. So I think I do have the right to say that I have OCD, but I'm not saying that it's okay to, you know, to assume that everything is... Well, I totally just lost what I was talking about. It's raining. So... I just lost my whole train of thought. You guys got the point. You got the point. Anyways, it is okay to talk about things as long as you talk about them with respect. I'm gonna just go back to building and maybe not talk anymore. So we have that going on. What we're gonna end up having here is this is gonna have to, of course, all get filled in. Let's just fill in this front, make it not suck. So the way we're gonna do that, we're going to be using, and the insides actually, let's use a lighter wood. I think the inside of the Hobbit house probably had lighter wood. I will definitely want some help on that, guys. What am I doing? So make sure to leave your comments on that. I'm sure most of you know Lord of the Rings better than I do, although I did watch all the movies, think they were great. But yeah, I think a lot of you probably have a better idea of what I should be doing than I do, so you can make sure to you know, leave comments. Don't hesitate to help me out if I look like I'm going astray at all. So we're going to do that, and parts of it will probably have to stick out because obviously, like right here, we really don't want that, and what we're going to try and do is cover up anything like that using bushes is going to kind of be the plan, at least. So like over here, we'll just throw down a bush there and it shouldn't be too big of an issue. But I just want to make sure we have a nice pattern floor, and nice solid walls. What I'm going to do is pattern the floor though, so I'm going to try and make every hallway 3 like this, and then what we're going to end up doing is having dark wood coming down the center of everything. So we just have a nice little walkway. Unless when I Google search all this stuff, I find out that there's some other design that I should be doing, and then we'll switch over to that. But again, I want it to look cool, and I want it to be at least somewhat accurate as well. So we'll go ahead and for now we're just gonna follow this theme of nice little stuff like that. Ooh, and this wall obviously going to need some work as well. So actually, I think what's gonna have to happen is this will all get pushed back one more, something like this. And then we will, and then what we're gonna do is just fill this in right here. That's what I meant to do. Go ahead like that, just to kind of clean up the inside. I put these torches down and I have to move them every time. And then we can, oopsies, we can go like this. And that's what was supposed to happen there. Cool, cool. This is gonna look good. I'm actually kind of liking this build. I think this is gonna turn out really well. But that's, you know, whenever that happens. If you guys have any suggestions for, what am I doing, for the next house tutorial, you can make sure to leave those. I realized I've built multiple tree houses on this channel, but I've never actually done a treehouse tutorial, so I might do that. But if you have another theme you'd like to see, I could of course go ahead and try that for a building tutorial as well. So make sure to leave your comments on that, and of course you're always requested to leave your comments on how I should do the build, because I really like to build based on what you guys want to see. I don't want to just sit here and make it all my own build and then have a lot of you guys be like, oh, this is kind of bad. You know, I really wish I could tell him that that looks bad, but I can't. As long as you're constructive and not just like, dude, you're literally the worst builder I've ever seen. As long as you're like constructive, I listen to comments, you know. I definitely am always down to try out something that someone else suggests. The one thing I hate with building these like cave houses is the insides are always just so boring, and that's just something that we're gonna have to like get over somehow. I don't know how though. But they're always really boring, and then you see we have this problem here, so what we can do is bring these in like that. What if we actually did that with stairs? Like, what if we did this, you know, to keep that circular feel going? We could do something like that, and then we could actually even break that and do I have a slab anywhere? I need a dark slab. We're gonna go back outside here and make sure this will look okay from the front. Yeah, we'll put a dark slab right there. And I am okay with that. I actually think that looks kind of cool. All we gotta do here is just mask it a little bit with some bushes, which is not a big deal. I always love an excuse to drop a bush somewhere, so I'm not gonna complain. Bring them down the side here, and boom. Got something going like that, and it looks pretty nice. So I gotta say, and think about like we're gonna have a pond and a tree out here and some flowers. It's gonna look really nice when that happens. But for now, what we're gonna do next episode is we gotta put a window in over here, for sure. And then after that, we're gonna start really working on the interior. Oh, we'll do a garden out here. I think that'd look cool. We're gonna start working on the interior though, so that is the plan for next episode. As I have said before, thank you so much for the support. One really quick thing I want to check though is that all dark wood? Yes, it is. So we're gonna leave those out so that we have a little bit of detail, definition in here. Oh shoot. But thank you, yeah, thank you for the support. That's been great, guys. Just on the first episode there was super cool. So let's keep it up. Let's go for like 120 likes or something. That would be awesome. And I really do hope you're enjoying this series. If you ever have anything you want to tell me, I do read my comments, so I'll probably read it and probably digest it, you know, comprehend it. You feel? Ja feel? Ja definitely feel. Anyways, no catchy quotes from me for this video. No feel in the bush. Well, go back to feel in the bush, and we'll talk about how the bush felt next week. So I do hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of picturesque already, actually, even with it not being close to done. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoy the series, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.